Hey everyone, so before this video starts, I want to take a quick moment to talk about today's sponsor, which is Club Client. Club Client is an upcoming Minecraft PvP client, and right now they're hosting a giveaway for early access to their client. I'll leave that down in the description as well as their Discord where you can earn rewards based off of how many invites you have. Hey everyone, it's Untitled here, and today I'm going to be explaining movement in relation to Minecraft PvP. So in this video, I'm going to be covering two different things. So the first thing are going to be 3 different ways that you can change your movement to get combos easier, and then the second thing are going to be 2 different ways that you can move faster in Minecraft. So I'll leave timestamps down in the description so you can skip around to which parts of the video that you want. I will say though that as a prerequisite to this video, you should watch my how to combo video, because that video is going to explain a lot about movement that I'm going to be applying with this video. So make sure you watch that before you watch this. But anyways, with all that being said, let's get right into the video. Alright, so before I explain anything, you have to understand the concept about matching your velocity with your opponent's velocity. So if you're comboing someone, right, you're running forward and you're knocking them backwards, you're moving forward faster than they are moving backwards. So if you're comboing someone and you're just holding W, then eventually you're going to be able to catch up to them and you're going to enter their hit range and they're going to be able to hit you again. So you have to do stuff that slows down your movement so you don't immediately catch up to them. So a few things that you can do to slow down your velocity so you don't catch up with the person that you're comboing is stuff like W tapping, where you release your W key, or S tapping, where you tap your S key, or block hitting, where you just block your sword while you hit. Those are all things that you can do to slow down your velocity, but there's a few other things that you can do to slow down your velocity that will make it a little bit easier to combo someone. One of the really easy ways that you can slow down your velocity is actually by changing your direction. So for example, you're going left, and then you go right, and then you go left, and then you go right. Every time you change your direction, that actually slows you down a little bit. Now this is especially noticeable in PvP, and I'm gonna try and demonstrate this. So I'm gonna start on this block right here. I have my friend who just froze this game, but I'm just gonna hold W and start jitter clicking. And that's how long it took me to pass through him. And you can see that I only got 2 hits. Now I'm gonna do the same thing, but this time I'm gonna spam my A and D keys. And you can see that it took a little while more for me to pass through him, and I actually got 3 hits instead of 2 hits. So a few ways you can actually use this in PvP is by changing your direction right as your hit registers on the other player, or timing it with your block hits or W taps. Personally, I find that doing this is one of the easiest ways to hold a combo, and this is probably one of the things that I do most in my own PvP style. You can also spam your A and D keys to hold a combo on someone, and this is something that I like to do if I find that I'm getting a little too close to my opponent while I'm PvPing them. You can get pretty creative with some of the combos that you can get from strafing, but it's something that I recommend trying to learn and get the timings of, because it's something that can definitely help you combo someone. So another way you can slow down your velocity is by jumping while you PvP, and you can get these really nice jump combos as well as get crits on the other player. So I'm going to show this off once again. I have my friend who's frozen right now. I'll start on this block right here, but you can see that when I hold W, then I can pass through him pretty quickly, but if I go on the same block again, and this time I just spam space, you can see that my movement gets significantly slowed. Now this only happens when you're actually like punching the other person. Like you can see right now my movement's pretty slowed. It's not like when you're actually sprint jumping, because that actually makes me move faster as opposed to just holding W. So the way you want to time this is by jumping at the same time your hit registers on the other player, and I'll leave some clips up on screen so you can see that. You want to be a little careful with this though, because if you jump and they hit you, then because you're in the air, you're going to take a lot more knockback backwards, and that could lead to a combo for them. The last big way to slow down your velocity is by clicking faster. So the faster you click, the slower you actually move while you're PvPing someone. If you want to know the specifics, my friend Advisor actually has a pretty good video on the topic, so I'll leave it in the description if you're interested. Alright, so the next thing I want to explain are ways that you can actually move faster in Minecraft, just besides your average sprint jumping, which pretty much everyone knows about. So the first thing is by strafing, and a lot of people know this, but if you hold W and then one of your directional keys like A or D, and then you start running like that, you actually move slightly faster as opposed to just running by holding W. Now it's very slight, it doesn't make a huge difference, but I've seen a lot of people do this in Speed 2 PvP recently. And you might as well do it if you're like running away from someone, for example, or you're chasing after someone to get that very slight movement advantage. The second thing, and this only works when you don't have speed, but that is placing a block under you while you jump. So for whatever reason, this has been very controversial, and a lot of people have made videos on whether or not this actually does increase your movement. People such as Tenebris have made a video on it. If you place a block like this every time you jump, right, this isn't gonna do anything to your movement. Like, this is literally the same thing as just sprint jumping. The real way to actually move faster is to jump and place a block, and then fall on back to the floor and jump again and place a block and fall on back to the floor. So that looks something like this. So it's like 1 in every 2. But by doing this, you actually move very slightly faster than just sprint jumping like this. So if you combine those 2 methods, then you can do something like this, which looks sort of stupid, but this is actually the fastest way to move if you don't have speed. And I guess this would be useful maybe if you're playing like a UHC and you're like trying to run away from someone and you get that very slight movement advantage. But that's actually the fastest way to move if you don't have speed, so fun fact. Alrighty, that's pretty much it for the explanation. I have some combos that I'm going to show in a second, so I highly recommend you pay attention to my Keystrokes mod and just try to pay attention to my movement. But before I get into the clips, I just want to say thank you guys for watching. This is probably going to be my last video before I hit 30k subs, which is going to be an absolutely massive milestone. So yeah, I'm going to make a whole video dedicated to that. But anyways, yeah, once again, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoy the combos, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.